Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's energy update with me, Rebecca.meisl, for the week of October 17th through to the 24th. So as I come to you today, I apologize in advance. I've been a little under the weather, so if that reflects in my voice, I apologize for that. But yeah, just resting and focusing on getting better, but I still wanted to be able to give you guys the insights for this week and what to expect moving forward. So I'm hoping all of you are keeping well. I know that as we go into cold and flu season, a lot of us are getting a little under the weather and catching colds and all that fun stuff. So I hope all of you are keeping well. And if not, this is your reminder to rest and please look after yourselves so you don't catch anything. But moving forward in our reading today, we have a really beautiful week ahead that I'm really excited to share with you. So I'll go through those themes with you now. So our first theme for this week is releasing conventionality and attachments. We have a focus on surprise physical health and abundance, renewing. We have a theme of just being, very important this week. We also have creative endeavors and trusting our intuition. We have crystals as its own theme this week, stepping into power and authenticity. We have a theme of feeling safe and releasing the need to reject ourselves. So we have really beautiful, very straightforward week in a lot of ways, which I love. So going into that first theme of releasing conventionality, what I wrote here was release conventionality and attachments to all things. Remain vigilant in your dreams and ambitions, allowing the real you to shine. So it's really getting this first theme this week where we're truly diving deeper into who we really are. This is a very big theme for October in general, of really releasing things that no longer serve and really coming into this clarity of who we are, what we want to do, and perhaps our life purpose here. And what I'm really getting this week is we're beginning to release those things, those stories, those programs that have been telling us that we need to stay conventional, that we need to stay in the narrative of what society has dictated. And I'm really seeing us learn that it's okay to be different and to embrace the things that make us unique this week, which is really beautiful. And I'm seeing like they're showing me this layer of old skin that's being released, like we're shedding these skins that have really held on to us for perhaps our whole lives, where it's like, okay, I've only known to live within these dictations of society or the dictations of my family or how I grew up or what I was told to believe. And I'm seeing a lot of us step out of this old narrative this week and really make forward progress in this, where it's like, you know what, that's not who I am anymore. That's not what I resonate with. That's not who I am. And I'm seeing us do this in such an unapologetic way where we're owning who we really are and not being ashamed about it. Really strong energy this week where we're being propelled to take these next steps forward and release the old versions of self that have even given us this layer of shame, right? And what I'm really seeing is we're coming to this maturity in our stage of spiritual evolution. And even if you're new to the spiritual lifestyle or your own spirituality, and this is something new for you, I'm really just seeing a lot of us begin to take that leap and dive into the life that we desire this week and really evaluate what it is we truly want, what it is we truly are here to be and to do, and what really resonates. And I'm seeing this dropping in to the heart space with this, where we're truly listening to our hearts. We're learning to trust our hearts. And if this is new for you, what I keep hearing, it's like, allow yourself to just spend a little bit of time going into what your heart really desires. And I'm seeing some of us journal. I'm seeing a lot of us just take a little time to check in and go, okay, is this the path that I really want? Or am I staying safe in those dictations of my ego? So what makes me feel familiar and safe in the familiar? Or am I willing to take a chance and go after what I really desire? And so I'm really seeing us take this evaluation this week of, where am I in my journey? What do I want to consciously choose now? And how can I take the driver's seat of my life and really move in that direction of my dreams, of what my heart really wants? And I'm seeing us need to have this openness this week. So if those programs come in that say, well, you're not good enough, or, what if this happens, or we should stay safe, really call out those beliefs this week and really check in and go, okay, why am I still listening to this voice, and how can I take my power back and choose different? So really powerful messages this week, which I absolutely love. And then we had this secondary aspect of releasing attachments to all things. And I thought that was really interesting, because we're really programmed and taught in today's society that we need to attach to a specific dream, a specific outcome, and that's what we need to work towards. But as we know, life doesn't really work that way. Life doesn't always go as planned. And here we go, and we plan everything out. We know exactly what the outcome is that we desire. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm really hearing, it's like, once again, return to that openness where it's like, I'm going to allow life to happen on its terms and recognize that I can release control and I can let go of this need to attach to a certain outcome. And I'm going to trust that life is happening for me, not against me, not to me. I'm going to be the victor in my life. I'm not going to be a victim to circumstance. But we're allowing this openness for our dreams, this openness for what is to come. And what I really was hearing, it's like, all that I need is coming to me. And it's like, really allow yourself to adopt that belief that we don't need to attach to certain outcomes. We just need to flow and trust that the universe is really there for us. The universe has our back. And it's like, do we really believe that? And how can we really actually come to this truth within us? How can we let that truth land within us this week? All I need is coming to me. Okay, in ways I could never have imagined. So I'm really hearing this sentence come through, and it's so cool, because it's like, what if we've been dreaming too small? What if this outcome that we've attached to is really small compared to what the universe really wants us to have, or what's in store for us? So it's like, really release attachments so you're not limiting yourself. Allow the universe to come into your life and really make things happen as they should for you and for your highest good, because we really tend to attach to things and outcomes, and it's very natural for us to do that. And I'm seeing this week, let's unlearn that tendency or that program, so we can once again have the openness to let the unexpected come in, to let the magic come in, the wonder come into our lives this week, and allow that whimsical element to come in, that spontaneity, that allowance of the universe to really support us and have our back. So I'm loving this theme so much. It's really beautiful. And next we're being vigilant in your dreams and ambitions, allowing the real you to shine. So this section here was really, really amazing and important, was what I was getting. It was a very strong message, a very strong highlight on this section. And what was so cool about this, it's like, don't give up on your dreams. Remain vigilant, keep fighting for them, keep flowing, but allow yourself to stand up for them when it's necessary. And what I was really getting is like, they're showing me this knight in shining armor with the jousting stick, like ready to battle if need be, but I'm not seeing a battle. So if that makes sense, it's like, if that makes sense, it's more of this energy of like, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and I know the cause of what I'm fighting for. So if something came up and I needed to go to battle for it, I'm prepared. And what's so cool about this is there is no battle. That's what they're really showing me. It's just this preparedness, this readiness, this depth of your cause that's really the heart of who you are and what you're standing for. And that's what they're really showing me. It's like, what are you standing for? What is your cause? What is it that you're ready to go to battle for, but not needing to, but always have that preparedness to remain vigilant, to be willing to go to battle for what you desire and dream. And what I was loving about this is it's not this pushing or pressure or need to extend oneself or prove oneself in this. It's literally just, I'm ready. I'm ready. This is me. This is what I want to do. And I'm prepared to fight anything that does come in my way, that any challenge that comes to try to interfere, I know I can conquer it because I am armored. I have the universe. I have my cause, and I'm willing to do what's necessary to achieve my goals. And I just love this energy that's coming in, this courageous, vigilant, knight standing up for what he believes in. And with that, that's very much the energy that they want us to take on this week. It's like, have that preparedness to conquer any challenge and know you are equipped to do so. So loving this. So with this, we're needing to really keep dedicated. So if you've been noticing yourself kind of letting your dreams slide or not putting as much energy or enthusiasm in your dreams, I'm seeing we need to revisit this week. Revisit your dreams. What is it that makes me want to move forward? What is it that inspires me in life? And what am I willing to fight for? And I'm seeing some of us need to revisit this so we get reinvigorated, we get re-inspired, and we remember what's really important in our lives. So I love this as well because the secondary part here is allowing the real you to shine. So it's like, how can we allow ourselves to reveal who we are? And this, I feel, is like a really common theme for this month of October. How can we remove any need to prove? So once again, we don't need to battle. We're safe. We have our protections on. We have our guides in our corner. We have our resiliency. We're safe. And so what I'm really getting this week, it's like, how can you once again remove the need to fight, remove the need to battle or protect? It's like, how can we let the ebb and flow come in and allow ourselves to really show who we are? And what I wrote to this after was, express your true talents and abilities and have unwavering faith. The best is yet to come. So it's like, how can I step into this energy that I am safe to move in whatever is next for me? And it's like having this grounded action that is allowing you to really express yourself. So what is it in your life that you know in confidence that you're here to do? And how can you do more of it? How can you showcase your talents, your abilities, and have that unwavering faith that the best is yet to come? So really allow yourself to drop into that this week. What do I need to move further into? How can I showcase my greatness? How can I sparkle and shine? How can I remove any of those dictations that society has put on me? And how can I allow myself to be open to share who I am now? And trust that everything that's coming for me is going to be better than I could have even imagined. So I love this so much. It's really beautiful. So from there, we have the theme of physical health and abundance. So what I was really getting is, once again, this very strong theme of taking care of our physical selves, okay? Very strong highlight this whole month of October. And like I said at the beginning, this cold and flu season is ramping up. So it's like, how can we take those precautions? How can we look after our bodies and allow ourselves to actually be sick if we're sick this week? And I'm just kind of hearing this message come through for a lot of us if we are feeling unwell. It's like, how can we stop resisting that and just surrender and be like, you know what, okay, I'm not feeling good, so I'm going to just surrender to that. I'm going to let myself be sick. And I'm actually seeing a lot of us, it's like, we don't have to fear being sick. And it's like all in how we approach it, all in how we view our physical health. And what I was really getting is, once again, taking this empowering viewpoint of it. If we're sick, how can we see this as beneficial for us? Because a lot of times we're like, oh, I hate getting sick, I don't want to get sick. But sometimes being sick is actually good for us. It allows us to create these antibodies. It allows our immune systems to get stronger. It allows us to, really kick up our defenses. So next time we're not as apt to get it. And what I'm really seeing, it's like, it's actually healthy to be sick sometimes. And what I was actually seeing was this process of clearing and detoxifying the body, renewing the body. And that's exactly what I was getting, is sometimes we get sick and it's a bit of this blessing in disguise, because it allows us to renew ourselves, to release, to let go of toxins, to really take care of our bodies, to rest. And that's exactly what I was seeing highlighted this week. So if you are sick or you're feeling unwell, take that action, listen to your body and rest. Allow this renewal to take place, okay? So what I wrote here is that's what this abundance really is. So renewing the body and spirit, learning valuable lessons in self-care, and the ability to just be, okay? So when we're sick, we really have no reason to be getting out there, to be go, and we have every reason to rest, to rejuvenate, and to really take care of ourselves. And so that's what I'm really seeing, a very dominating theme this week. And if you're not unwell, if you're healthy, that's wonderful, but take this message as, how can I slow down more? How can I be more in my life? How can I be more present? How can I really start taking charge of self-care? Okay, very strong message all of October to take care of our bodies, to remember how important that is, and to really give ourselves the rest that's needed as it comes forward, okay? Very important. So then we have the theme of just be, so being present, right? I wrote just be. This is a very important theme this week. And I saw these different suggestions that were coming in. So if we are struggling, perhaps we've had this slow down in October, because a lot of us have had to do this deep healing. We've had to address relationships. We had, the shadow aspects of, Mercury retrograde, this residual energy that we've been kind of dealing with. And with that, it's like, it's a lot. It can be a lot. And last week was a big week for a lot of people. And so I'm just hearing, it's like, how can I just take a step back and take care of my needs, to tune into my physical body, and to just be present? So some suggestions that I wrote from Spirit this week for us is to really get into our bodies through gentle movement, through exercise. And I was just saying, if you're someone who really struggles, excuse me, slowing down, or if you feel restless and you're in that go, fight or flight experience, I'm just really hearing it's important for us to move our bodies to help us get in touch with ourselves, to get us back in the present moment. So some suggestions were stretching, yin yoga, so that's really gentle, slow, deep stretches that you can do. that really help you become more present in your physical body. So I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of gentle exercises, gentle movement. And the key here is to do movement that's loving for you. Because a lot of times we approach fitness in such a more harsh way where it's like, I need to get this workout done. I need to do this specific type of exercise. And we tend to put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And we get that a lot from social media and different outlets as well throughout society, where we need to have a certain body type or look a certain way. But it's like, what form of exercise or movement actually resonates with you and your body? What does your body actually need, and how does it want to move? So I'm really hearing that's important to tune into this week, to get out of your head and into your physical form. How does my body need to move? How am I feeling called to do movement? And what feels loving? Like, is my intention with exercise to really love my body? Or is it motivated by shame that I should do it, that I should do this exercise because it makes me look this way? It's like, where are we holding on to motives that aren't really genuine to who we are? And we're being asked to evaluate that even in this form of health. So yin exercise or yin yoga, gentle exercises. And I'm saying, I heard no pushing, rest when rest is required. Okay. So very strong theme this week and this month in general of really taking care of our physical selves. So then I wrote here, seize opportunities to be great. Okay. So with this, do we do that? A lot of times in life, we shy away from showcasing ourselves and what we can do. And we can downplay our talents and abilities. You know, a lot of times when we have opportunities, we shy away from them, or we just go, oh no, I can't. I'm really not that good. And I'm seeing a lot of us habitually be in this and habitually be very humble with what we actually can do. And so this week, I'm really getting the message that we need to seize these opportunities to show who we are, to showcase our abilities, and to view these things in a different light. So a lot of us, if we've felt that showcasing our talents is, you know, being too prideful or being egotistical, it's like, what taught you that? And if your intention is just to show what inspires you and to do what inspires you, where did we latch on to this story that's egotistical and that's wrong? And so once again, really evaluating the beliefs we have about ourselves and those kind of programs that have taught us perhaps things that are really untrue. So it's like, how can I seize every opportunity in life to show more of who I am? And how can I showcase what I'm here to do? And what I wrote here additionally to this was, stop doubting yourself, let your soul shine. And what I was really getting this week is a lot of these gifts are coming to the surface. A lot of our innate abilities are rising, and a lot of these things are actually from past lives. And a lot of these gifts are coming through this week to help us recognize that this is gifts. Like, these are things that we are here to share and to do. And the more we hide ourselves, the less we're able to bless the world with this kindness, with this love, with this beauty. And what I'm really seeing, it's like, allow yourself to come from that place of authenticity where it's like, this is just me. This is who I am. And I'm seeing so many of us really hone into our passion and want to share it, okay? So showcase those gifts. Allow yourself to recognize that these are gifts for perhaps even former lives coming through, and that we've been training for this for lifetimes, okay? This is what I'm really seeing. This is divine purpose working through you. So I'm seeing a really strong highlight on musicians this week, people who are very musically inclined. I'm seeing a lot of people who are writers. Any sort of creative outlets this week, I'm really seeing us need to dive into it and get passionate. Renew that passion for what you do. Renew that passion for who you are, and allow yourself to see that spirit works through you. A lot of times we have this low confidence where it's like, well, it's just me, and I don't know how good I am. Like, maybe I'm comparing, but I feel like other people are better than me. And we kind of get this story that happens in our thoughts. And with that, I'm really seeing this week, it's like, renew your confidence by recognizing that every time we step into that essence of doing what we love, every time that we work through our heart, we work through that soul space, it really allows us to step into that higher vibration, which echoes out and in essence raises the vibration of the world around us. So every time we do what we love, we're actually contributing to the healing of the world. We're contributing to raising the vibrations of the environment around us. We're raising our own vibration. We're helping heal ourselves by being in that element of love, of passion, of enjoyment, and beauty. And it's like, the more we can take on that perspective, the more we actually accomplish in helping others. The more we accomplish in healing our bodies, ourselves, our minds. And this was really important for us to begin to understand. And I'm also seeing a lot of our guides helping give us this inspiration this week. So specifically for writers, I was getting this message that Spirit is speaking through you, okay? If you're writing music this week, if you're writing poetry, a story, a book, anything, call in your guides, because I'm seeing them really help you with what you're writing and with what you're doing. So very specific message for some of you who really dive into those creative talents. Use Spirit. Let Spirit work through you. Let the universe help you. Really, really seeing that come through this week. You are supported. So welcome in that support and call in your guides before you work on these passions, because I'm seeing them really help you focus and really showcase your gifts. Really beautiful. So from there, we had this practical advice of starting to use crystals more in your daily practice and your spiritual practice. And specifically, I was seeing us use them to help boost confidence and worth, okay? So using crystals like aventurine was highlighted, amethyst was very highlighted. Also, like cleansing crystals like black tourmaline. Things that really help us remain true to who we are, remove energies that aren't our own, and to tap into that self-worth, okay? So amethyst was very highlighted with this, and opening up the heart center. And I'm seeing this removal of blocks that have been limiting us and our confidence and from seeing our true value. So working with crystals was really, really highlighted. If we are unsure of how to use them, getting that understanding, getting further education, really diving into those energies that can help you really release these blocks. I'm also seeing Reiki being highlighted this week as well. So energy work, removing blocks that have kept us from showcasing who we are, seeing our value, and releasing any self-limiting behaviors. So from here, we had stepping into power, which really correlates with this. So it's like, once we see the truth of who we are, once we get this perspective of, wow, it's only been me all along that's been keeping me from pursuing the life I want, from showcasing who I am, once I get that truth, I now can step into my power. I now can take the driver's seat of my life and realize that I can take this opportunity to change my circumstances, to change my life starting right now. And I can course correct at any time. And I'm seeing this be so empowering for us because it's like, wow, holy moly, all this time, it's been me that's been in charge of my life. And I've been letting outside influences shame me or tell me I'm not good enough or taking on these beliefs that really aren't true. And I'm seeing us call out the lie. So these beliefs, are they true to you or are they a lie? Right? So once again, call out those thoughts, those beliefs that say you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you can't. Recognize them as the lies they are and tune into your inner truth, which is, I can. I am capable. I can do anything. And I'm going to choose to step into my own empowerment and choose the life that I want to live right now. And it starts with our beliefs. So really get that clarity. What do I believe? And are my beliefs helping me come back to my joy? Very simple. A lot of times we overcomplicate it. Well, I can't be joyful. I can't live my purpose. I can't because of this, this, and this. It's like there's always going to be things that make life more complicated than it needs to be. So it's like, how can I simplify it and go, you know what? Regardless of what my circumstances are, I'm going to choose to live my joy. And it's really that simple. Choosing consciously our perspectives and choosing to live each day very consciously with this compassion of self. And so I really want to read this statement here. I see all things through the eyes of love in my heart. Okay? And I find compassion. So these statements here, how can we literally take on the eyes of love? How can I start seeing my life through that lens? And how would that change my reality if I did? Right? And I'm talking love of self. I'm talking love of others, love of what you do. It's like, how can I find those hidden gems in my life and really start living in accordance to love in a way that's compassionate to me, in a way that's compassionate for others? And how can I really start seeing myself as worthy to live this life? Very strong messages this week. Really, really beautiful. And with this, I'm seeing this veil be removed of what's blinded us to the truth of who we are. And this steps into that theme of authenticity. And what I wrote here was good news and clarity on your next steps. Feeling safe in revealing who you are. Remembering we are inherently flawless in the eyes of God and the universe. So this was really beautiful. I love how this word came through, and it really jumped out to me, the word flawless. This is how our guides see you. This is how our guides see us. Flawless. And it's so hard for us to comprehend that because a lot of times we recognize that we're human and we're imperfect. We've made mistakes, whatever those stories are. And they keep us from love. And it's like, how can we recognize that a lot of these beliefs we have are keeping us separate from love, and that love is always free? How can you begin to understand that truth? Love is always free. And how can we release the views, perspectives, judgments that have deemed us as not good enough or deemed us as imperfect or shameful? And how can we free ourselves from these toxic belief systems that said we are to blame and that we are sinful, that we aren't good enough? And how can we finally grab hold to the truth that we've always been and always will be love? And this is where that compassion and those eyes of love really come in, because this is how our guides see us. This is how the universe, God, whatever you believe in and resonate with, sees you, through eyes of love, where it's like, why are you beating yourself up? I love you. You have always been worthy. How can we help you? How can we free you from these lies that have said you're unlovable? And how can you forgive yourself for things that you've thought you've made mistakes with? How can you free yourself and start seeing the truth that there are no such things as mistakes, only room for growth? And it's like, if we start taking on that perspective of that loving parent, would we ever chastise or criticize our child, our loved one, who we love so unconditionally, in the same way we chastise ourselves? And I'm really seeing this week we take forward strides in what love really means and how love frees us. We're finally able to forgive ourselves for the past. And with this, I'm seeing so much healing in this understanding, and specifically ancestrally, I'm seeing so much healing is being done and is taking place when we surrender finally to love. So it's really, really beautiful. We're no longer rejecting ourselves, and we're gaining clarity around why we rejected ourselves in the first place. So I'm really seeing this clarity step in. And from there, this immense gratitude from the heart for how far we've come, how we've been able to overcome these challenges, these belief systems that limit us and that keep us from love, that keep us from living the life we truly deserve. And with that comes such strength, such power, and so much recognition of who we have become. So my friends, this week is a very pivotal week for a lot of us, and especially those of you who've been really diligent, who've been doing that inner work, who've been really seizing these opportunities within the current collective energies to heal, to empower yourselves. This week will be so transformative for you if you truly take advantage. So really do so. Allow yourself to really surrender to the ebb and flow of life, to feel that safety, to feel that support, to take the driver's seat and to take care of your needs, to see yourself through these eyes of love, and through that love, remember who you really are. So what a beautiful week. Know that there is so much support flowing through. I can feel it. There are so many guides that are present. The veil is so thin with spirit this week, so really seize opportunities to connect with your past loved ones, with your ancestors, very present this week. So connect with them, meditate with them, honor them by, lighting a candle, looking over old photos, really seeing that highlighted and important this week of remembering your roots. And there's this profound gratitude in that. I'm really feeling a lot of our ancestors are grateful because you are healing yourself. And with that, you heal them. You heal the lineage of all who came before you. And I could just cry. It's so magical and so beautiful, all that you are doing. So never forget the power you hold, my friends. Remember the power in your healing. Remember the power in that love that you give to yourself every day and to others. It all matters, and there's such a sense of gratitude for doing all that you are doing. So don't give up. Take rest when you need to. And please gather in the support you need this week if you need it. So my friends, I'm sending you all so much love. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I know I sure did. It was absolutely amazing to see the messages coming through for us and the support that's there. So tap into that, and I'm sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful and blessed week, my friends.